I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, welcome back, everyone. I am the Dungeon Master, and this is Dragons of War. Today, we are rejoining the party, and it is quite fitting because the party is rejoining the party as well. Last time on Dragons of War, uh, because of some scheduling real world things, it was decided that Pesci was being somewhat morose and just generally bringing the vibe of everybody down and getting in the way, and it just wasn't really working out. And Gorakul was going to do some experiments with his funky slime that he had grabbed from where the meteor had originally fallen. And between all of that Lucy trying to get one of her 17 cat naps in, and Bright Roar just not being overly fond of listening to a whiny gnome, you know, tell all of his saddest stories and plays, and it was decided that they should go have a separate little camp, just a little ways away. Not, you guys aren't kicked out of the family or anything like that. Just go over there for a little bit. And so that was what happened.
That was the whole dealio.
Yeah. And Pesci and Gorakul ran into Scout, who came upon them after scouting the nearby villages and armies and gathering all kinds of useful information about the movements of the orc and goblin armies, about the conditions of the nearby towns. As a warforged, Scout can cover a lot of ground very quickly uh, without having to, wait for you guys to constantly have to like stop and eat and everything. Like, geez, meat bags, I tell you, right, Scout? So,
Absolutely agree.
yeah. So without you guys having to stop to use the bushes every couple hours and everything, Scout makes so much better time, and so he's got a lot of information for you. But before he was able to convey such information, he came upon the small camp and, well, as they come dragging themselves various degrees of beat up and covered in slime and having their armor melted, etc. Um,
And also carrying a large wooden, large stone vase.
yes. Uh, d- don't worry. I know what you all have on you. As they bring themselves, just they are they are very clearly having been in a battle. Scout, if you remember, you're at -3 to your overall armor class right now from having the, you know, acid melt your very composite plating. And Gorakul, you are not at any penalty because you don't really wear armor, and Pesci, same. So Scout, you're the only one who's really suffering the acid, but Bright Roar and Lucy, as you look up, you see Scout with this clear acid damage, and Gorakul carrying some strange stone container, not unlike a clay pot. And then Pesci, you, I'm never really sure with you, so I don't know how you're approaching. If you're, bopping up and down, having gotten over everything, or if you're dragging yourself like Eeyore, having a tale to tell. It's not much of a tale, but it's the only one you got.
Well, obviously, they need an accurate depiction of the events that occurred, so Pesci is obviously reenacting the events that occurred.
So what the heck happened to all of you guys?
Oh, you forgot to mention all the stone mud audience.
Oh,
Pesci didn't notice that audience.
you guys are going back up to their camp. They've been sleeping. They didn't hear you guys. I know we left off with them coming to you, but I retconned that just a little bit to have you guys go to them. I think it's better for you guys to come stumbling into camp all beat up.
I'm glad I hung out with the cat and the halfling here. What's the deal? The little guy is, he's doing fine. The cat, she snores a little bit, but she's really cute. So what's going on here?
I don't snore.
Where is Zarash? I have a tell to tell him that he missed out on some good fights.
I heard the bugbear died. That's what I heard. The bugbear, he died. They weren't able to revive him. Thank God I'm here now.
He died? No wonder. I mean, I wasn't there to keep him alive.
Well, you're here to keep me alive now, man, because I don't like dying as often as Zarash did. He died like 8 times. If I die, 4 or 5 times, I'm okay with that. I'm a centaur. I'm a big guy.
Minotaur.
Centaur, whatever I am. Whatever I am, I'm happy about it.
Gorakul.
Well, what the hell's going on with you guys, then? What's the deal with this, like, man, you got the hell beat out of you there, guy. I've never met you before, but you look like hell.
Gorakul sort of like looks up and says, well, It has to
Gor-
do with the
Goraku played with his slime. He let it loose.
Oh, he let his slime loose. I can tell you, you should never let your slime loose. You got to be very, very protective of your slime.
He let it loose. It was going everywhere. It was a mess.
Okay, let's move on, guys.
Don't put it in such terms like that. We were simply doing some experimentation, and it just went loose and decided to try and eat us. Then we managed to contain it in this jar, and I hold up the jar of stone, and now I'm just looking for a way to better contain it.
You know that old tale.
Yes, better containing it is always good to contain your slime. Yes, you have to make sure you contain your
So
slime.
glad I
Slept through
time
this.
catnapping.
Okay, well, what you're saying is you're all fine now, and your slime is contained. So what was going on with this, like, torturing? Wasn't there somebody being tortured last night I was here? I thought, I was...
Yeah, we're a little bit back from that right now because of having to do the side quest. We're just about to head out with the human once you guys are ready.
So I hear there's this human here that's going to show us this guy who's been tortured. What's going on?
So
The centaur is
The Minotaur.
The Minotaur who thinks he's a centaur is in a really good mood today.
God.
where's the cowpunts?
Where's the cow puns? I don't know. You got to pull me around by the nose.
As long as the cow pies are outside, we'll be fine.
That's right. Where does a minotaur ship?
Can we move on?
Goraku just sort of rubs his temples a bit, sort of like holding the vase in one hand and says, first off, he sort of ties using the two handles of the vase as sort of like straps and put some rope in between them to put the slime jar on his back, which is currently sealed off to prevent the slime from escaping. And Goraku says, alrighty then. Let's go see this so-called goblin prisoner.
Goraku, are you sure your slime is still inside that vase? You should open and look.
I am not releasing it again after what happened. Remember? And Goraku sort of like checks by sort of slowly shaking it, like to check if it's still in there. And
Hazard, I love you, man. Roll a dexterity check. I love that you do not even hesitate. You're like, yeah, I just start shaking it. So, as you start shaking it, a tiny bit of the black pudding spills out of the jar as the lid comes loose just enough. You do not spill it everywhere. I want to make that clear that this is not the return of the black pudding. But some of it did get out. And it starts to like slither around like a tiny little terror. It's not the huge black pudding that you guys fought before. It's this.
I'm gonna step on it and crush it.
Yeah, Bright Roar just like takes his hoof and grinds it into the ground like a cigarette, and you hear, a little pop as whatever was animating it, whatever animus it had to it, seems to leave, and it kind of melts down into a viscous, used oil-like consistency.
Hey, that's what you do with your slime. You keep it where it's supposed to be kept. Okay.
And Goraku is sort of like trying to make sure the lid is fully closed, like nervously trying to close it and says, "Okay, so that's been proven." And Gorakul
I think
puts
you
the
need
pack-
like about another 7 of those or 6 of those containers, and just have them stacked one inside the other for 7 containers.
The multiple chamber approach.
Right.
Gorakul says, "I understand that, but let us first go talk to this goblin prisoner."
Sounds good.
And he looks to the commoner, like the farmer folk. That is an indication of continuing.
Well, first of all, I'm no farmer, and I'm definitely not a commoner. I take offense to that. I'm a warrior who lives out in the hills on my own. I'm like part Skagamore, part barbarian. Like, you know, I'd wipe the floor with half of you, but like I'm not gonna challenge all of you, especially not that big horny one. But the rest of you, like I'd smash you one by one.
Well, after all that conversation about the slime, you understand why I'm so horny. Okay, let's continue.
I'm gonna leave now. I'm going on my own.
Oh.
I'm a ranger. I don't have to deal with this.
Okay, fine. Let's go.
Right, Lucy can just slip away. You guys wouldn't even see. So,
I'm rolling my eyes all over the place.
right. So, as you guys, oh, for sure, yes. Short rest. Let me get that handled for everybody. Well, not the black pudding. We won't give the black pudding a rest. Oh,
Gesundheit.
Dankeschön.
I also have my healing, whatever, Song of Rest. So an additional 1d6 HP for the short rest.
yeah, that's right on your sheet there. You just target everyone using either the combat tracker or whatever, and then you can apply that. Well, you got to target them first, then it'll do it. All right, I think that's everyone here. Short rest, boom. And then, do you need some help targeting them, or oh no, it looks like you're already on it. All right, good. Good man. And then so you guys all gain back 3 health as you listen to Pesci. What is Pesci recounting for them as they take the short rest? You know, if you want, this would be an opportunity to tell a little more accurate, detailed telling of what went down.
Yeah, so Pesci is singing a song about the Dragonborn who like to poke around with experiments, and when the experiments got out and attacked the Dragonborn, but thanks to the Dragonborn's quick-witted bardic friend and roguish scout automaton, managed to seal his experiment back into a stone jug.
Yeah, and if you guys, end up talking and everything, it will be, made clear that this happened not directly because of what Gorakul was doing, but the slime seemed to have been evolving, like just on its own or due to proximity to the crystals shards of the stone that he has. Like, it's not really clear why the slime is evolving, but it was not the experiment that Gorakul was doing that caused the slime to transform into a black pudding, and that is the important piece of information that you guys need to have about what went down.
Two things, Scout. First, the bard is never the hero, only the herald of the hero. And two, it's accurate, but the conversations between everyone are exaggerated. So he's like sounding out the noises Gargoyle made by like 3 or 4 extra heartbeats, and he's making your sounds like way more erratic and like vocalized irrationally, like as you're struggling to like get a right pitch to
I just thought
communicate
it
with these
was
flesh.
humorous that you were the hero and saved everyone.
No, he's never the hero.
Yeah, it's never a good look to tell your own tale, but you can get really famous telling good stories about other people, and so like that's how you get other people to tell your tale.
Don't worry.
So
He
we have
made
to
sure
hire
that
a
he
bard
made
for the
himself
bard.
out to be Dandelion and Scout, your girl.
Well played. Well played.
All right. So, you guys now have been armed with information and are walking through the wooded, hilly areas here in southern Greenyard as you approach the battle lines between the horde of orcs and goblins and the Viking, simple folk. I don't want to make them seem like they're just poor downtrodden peasants because they definitely are a warrior culture who is capable of doing a lot, especially since the only reason that the Frageshelmere Vikings have been granted Greenyard is sort of like the whole situation where parts of England were granted to the Danish and Swedish Vikings and all of that. They took it by axe and sword and bow and arrow, and so these are warrior people, but they're also people. They have families and they're out here trying to farm and live, and as you know, it takes a whole community, not just warriors, and so there's a lot of children, older people, etc., that are not warriors who are directly in the line of danger of all of these orcs and goblins. And so now, as you're out in the scary, dark forests and hills and all of that, walking with this guy, no, there's nobody but you guys here right now. And so as you're out doing this, it starts to get darker and darker, and you need to make a decision. His cabin is just over like the next couple hills, and you'd probably make it there, before midnight, but you'd be walking in the dark. Or you can camp here, kind of out in the middle of nowhere, more or less, and leave at first light and make it there, before breakfast.
Are we in a time crunch to get there?
Well, I mean, the goblin is only going to be alive for so long without like somebody there feeding and watering it, so
Gotta remember to feed and water your goblin.
that's right. Also, spay and neuter them.
Hopefully, Bitey Slayer didn't hear that.
Bitey is a kobold, not a goblin.
Oh, they're all the same.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't believe this did that.
So if we are in a rush to get there, I think there are several of us that have dark vision, so we should be okay in getting there, but we're gonna be tired when we get there. I guess we could rest when we get there.
Sounds like a good idea. Let's get going and rest when we get there.
More important to get there than just to wait it out.
Well, also, we'll be in the safety of a camp versus in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a battlefield.
That's a fair statement.
Yeah, I don't really feel like putting on my last act in the middle of in a battlefield, if you guys don't mind moving along. We can't hear you, Tony.
Oh, I hadn't said anything.
It keeps on like flipping on and off for some reason.
Oh, it might be like the fan in my room. Sorry. I agree. I think we should just get there. I think having a good place to rest will be more important than whatever dangers we might face.
Everyone's a fan of Ryan. So many fans in his room. All right, I think we have consensus. Let us move forth then.
Indeed.
So now everyone is going to have to roll a dexterity check in order to move through the hills and, you know, underbrush and everything as it gets darker and darker. Anyone with dark vision has advantage on this check.
I'm pretty sure I
Me.
have dark vision. Do I have dark vision? Thought gnomes have dark vision.
Nat
You
20
do.
for Lucy.
You
It's
do
not
have-
showing up in my. It's not showing up in my features for some reason.
It's
Okay.
it's in your senses on your main tab.
Someone's
Oh, I see it. That's a good thing.
Are you sure we can't do a group dexterity check?
Well, if you think about it, you can't walk for Lucy.
Just anything I bump into, I'm just gonna smash down, so it doesn't really matter. Everybody else is.
I can put people on my back.
Well, I can create small little bits of light. So if I'm helping scout ahead, I can, over the harder, difficult terrains, I can illuminate it dimly so that people can actually not have too much difficulty passing it.
You're illuminating your path as you go.
Um,
Don't do that. Let's just
if I see that something is going to be extremely difficult, I could. I'm not saying that I do. If the party thinks it's a good idea,
I can lead, and because I can see very well in the dark and kind of.
I'd rather not illuminate because it's night and we're in the middle of a battlefield.
But it's not a battlefield. I'm sorry if I like described this wrong. I'm describing the borders between them as being dangerous because there's always the possibility of you know, a raiding party, etc. Not that this is like a battlefield.
Gotcha. Okay, then he is not totally. He's just trying to help people get around the obstacles and just kind of like saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, there's this thing here," quietly.
You're part of the. So Cadla had a comment.
I was just saying that since I can see well in the dark, I'm happy to help guide and give you guys heads up when there's some complicated terrain.
Hello?
So, trying to, you know, get you guys through the twisting paths towards his cabin, and trying to guide the rest of your party as best as you can. Bright Roar, you eventually, like you said, just have to plow through some rather heavy underbrush, bushes, a heavy log or something, maybe a tree branch. If you guys have ever gone walking in the woods at night, somebody pushes a tree branch, it snaps you back in the face. All kinds of stuff like that happens. But either way, you end up getting like knocked to the ground, prone, and just making a whole bunch of noise.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just a big minotaur here. I'm a bull in a china closet, but there's no china around. It's just a bunch of trees.
Let's get away from here quickly.
And then so as you guys
Could I quickly make some noise a little bit further away from us using a minor illusion to try to distract in case someone did hear it? They get a little confused as to like where exactly it was from.
Don't worry about it. Whatever this thing is, I'm gonna kill it.
well, I don't have a problem with that. I was just waiting for him to finish, whatever he was saying. But I mean, you can certainly do that. The problem is that like you're just making more noise.
That's a very good point, and I am an idiot for not thinking of that, so I will not do that.
Like I'm not trying to like. Don't take this like I'm shooting down what you said, because I really like the quick thinkingness of it and all of that. So like if that's what you want to do, I'm not saying that it's necessarily a bad thing. But
I have an idea.
my first thought
I can make
was
a
that
noise.
it's more noise, so I don't know.
That's true. So I'm gonna make it. The noise I'm gonna make is like a small animal common to the area, like scurrying away.
Okay. Yeah, so like large rabbit or a small fox or something like that, just running out of the brush kind of sound.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I don't have the talent of I forget the incredible actor's name from the Police Academy movies and all of that.
Oh, Motormouth, and Pesci can totally pull that off now because he took the feat.
Yeah, so I don't have his talent to be able to make the noise, but we've all heard that little rustling in the bush where it's all of a sudden like you hear the leaves kick up and a few steps and then it's just gone, So yeah, you do that, and that is when everybody gets to roll for perception.
Yes, it did.
Oh, this is good. I rolled a nat 1, but it wasn't. Oh, never mind. It was a 6. I rolled a nat 1 not in the box, but.
Oh, it's always nice when it works out in your favor, but it always hurts when it's like, oh, come on, that would have been so good.
I mean, technically, it was in my favor, but not by much.
Yeah. Pesci, you are usually talking all the time or singing or, whatever. And so you are the first to notice that someone besides you is talking. And it's nobody else around you. You can hear voices coming from just ahead. They are speaking in a language that I am going to type out now to see if you understand it.
Does it sound dwarvish?
It sounds like orcs talking.
Okay. Pesci signals the group, points in the direction the noises came in, makes the figure but not noise, and does anyone understand Orcish in the group?
I got Minotaur, but that doesn't that doesn't do anything to me here.
It says you understand it.
He indicates that he hears people talking. So he does like the little hand motion of something talking, and then taps his ear.
All right, I understand orc.
Bright Roar, I want you to roll an insight to see if you understand what Pesci is trying to communicate to you.
I think Ryan is just, not to interrupt, Ryan's just gonna get out his sword and shield and get ready for a fight.
Yeah, absolutely. As a paladin, that there's only one sure way to get through something like this, and that's with your spear and magic helmet. Bright Roar, you're pretty sure that this gnome is once again trying to put on a sock puppet show with you, but this time he's not even wearing his socks.
Yeah, I don't get it. It doesn't.
So as you're your face is completely blank and struggling to understand what I'm trying to pantomime to you.
Yeah, he's looking at you like this is some kind of avant-garde nonsense that he just is not on the level of.
He minor illusions in his hand an image of an orc talking, but it's dark though. It's like shadows. And he points to his ear, and then he points in the direction of the small little image of two orcs talking to each other. It's a static image.
So, as a centaur, I can tell that you're milking this for all it's worth. Minotaur.
I love having access to minor illusion as a cantrip.
So as that's going on, two orcs can be heard coming forward, trying to find what noise they heard. And at this point, you guys can roll for initiative.
Can we also roll for stealth?
Well, you weren't hiding, and you were gathered around talking about what was going on over there. So if you want to hide on your turn, once it's your turn, you can definitely hide. You can do anything. And then what was that? Any chance what?
Do we get any surprise round, or could I ready an action to attack as soon as I see anyone?
It's there's no surprise round in 5th edition, and readying an attack you can do on your turn. So it all just comes down to initiative. No worries. This is not an ambush on you guys. You're just not getting to ambush them.
Mhm.
So, as the orcs look around, oh, no, 19 in a bad way. Now, here is where all of you get what I'm going to call passive stealth. So all I need to know is what your stealth modifiers are, which I don't think anybody has above a 9, right? Nobody has stealth 10
Yeah,
or
I have a
higher.
5.
Yeah,
I have stealth 6.
yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so this orc says something in Orcish, but it translates to, "Oh, something over there," and they start kind of shuffling slowly as they draw their weapons towards the direction of the group, but they don't like see you. They just like can see something in the bushes there, and so it moves up to here looking for you guys, and then
And
I'm just giving a random chance of what happens here. So then Pesci, he steps right over you to attack Bright Roar. Missing with his great axe as Bright Roar stands up and steps out of the way and readies his own weapon.
go. So let's just do this, shall we? All right. Now we are attacking more soon, I guess.
I'm getting a lot of like background noise here. I don't want to turn on push to talk, but like you guys got to mute when
Oh.
you're not talking.
I thought we were on push to talk. I'm sorry.
I thought we
that
already were.
me?
I was requested not to have push to talk on, which is what I did for you guys, but
No. I'm sorry. I thought we were on push to talk, so I apologize. All right, it's on me. All right. So that's so we will act accordingly. All right, good to go.
there's the good 19. You strike the orc with your great axe. Oh, you just cleave him almost in twain as your heavy blade comes down on his shoulder. It chops into his rib cage, but with your mighty minotaur muscles, you rip the axe back out of him, and he just kind of lands like a tree that you chop down on the ground.
That's what you get for coming after my friends. I speak Orcish, and yes, do I get some intimidation options like that?
Do you what?
So if I am, is there a? Forget it. Let's move on. Let's go to your next thing here.
He means an intimidation roll.
Do you have a ability or something that does that?
I thought a centaur does. But I will go research that and don't worry about it. It's
Okay, yeah, I didn't know if you had taken something for that. I don't know. Orc number 9 uses aggressive, which allows him to, as a bonus action, move up to its speed towards a hostile creature that it can see. I'm still getting like a fan or something in the background
Oh
there.
shoot, that's probably me. I'm on a Mac, and the fan is not enjoying it. Let me see if I can find headphones on mute.
That's better.
Yeah. And then the orc moves his speed towards Bright Roar and attacks. Oh man, another 5. So, Bright Roar, you are just the pillar of martial prowess as you deflect his axe with your own axe and lower your horns threateningly, keeping him at bay.
Come on, Ryan, take this guy down.
Sorry, the fan's gonna be on for now.
Yeah, when it's your turn, it's okay. You know, just all the time, it's a little distracting.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go for orc number 9. I will move right there, and then target, and I'm gonna actions. Let's see if this hits. I can do smite after I find out if it hits, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's gonna hit. So let me do mark off a spell slot and find divine smite. That. And then there we go.
The halfling paladin raises his radiant rapier and rams it right into the raucous, rowdy ruffian's rump and lights him up for enough damage that the orc squeals in pain and drops to the ground dying.
Well then, that was gory.
There could be more, he says very quietly.
What was
Can we
that?
check really?
Did you guys hear something else? No, I'm kidding. That wasn't good.
You had me going there for a moment.
There are more, but it's not because you said something. So another one does like come up to follow his other ones, but they're less aware of you guys. So more are coming. It's not because Pesci said that. He did let you know that there could be more, and then as he's saying that, as if through prophecy, more orcs start like lumbering across, muttering in Orcish about where you guys might be and what's on the menu tonight. And they're just kind of spread out. They're not like charging in like those first two. Those first two were like guards. These guys are just like, hey, where did the guards go? Oh no, let's go check it out.
Scout's going to continue. Oh, there we go. Continue to move in the shrubbery. Draw his...
I'm sorry, not to interrupt. Go ahead and roll the stealth right away on that one, since I assume that's what you're doing.
Too.
Yeah.
That's what I was working on while I was talking about the other actions.
Okay, good.
And he's going to draw his rapier and short sword in preparation. So he's going to... Ooh. He's not going to be able to really... I mean, he can ready an action, but it's just not going to be beneficial at this time. So he is going to hold there, so he has a good flank. I guess that will be what he does for now.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Oh, darn, understand. I don't know if these orcs can understand me. All right. I need a stealth. So, and I also need to move a little bit. Do I see what direction they're kind of looking in, that they're coming in?
Yeah. They are heading towards you, from the other side of that roadway there, and it appears that they must have a camp just in that cluster of woods just off the map there that the guards were standing guard from.
So to the north.
To the north.
Okay.
Of course they do.
All right.
And I'm sorry, Pesci totally is going right now, but I should mention that Bitey Slayer didn't roll initiative, and I'm just gonna real quick do something for flavor here. Due to the circumstances surrounding everything recently, Bitey Slayer comes and gloms onto you and is whispering in your ear in his high-pitched kobold voice that you guys need to go sneak off into the bushes and hide because these are dangerous orcs.
Yeah, and Pesci is nodding in agreement with Bitey Slayer and is indicating that he is in full agreement 100%. So he pantomimes again that we need to be quiet to get low. And he wants to make a distraction to make him go in the opposite direction of the direction we are traveling in. What direction are we traveling in?
North.
North? Okay, so we want to go around their camp then,
right.
In that case. So, Scout, are you still sort of looking our direction every once in a while to see
We're going right through their camp. This is what I think we should do. I'm just gonna charge at them as soon as it's my turn. I'm going right at them. I'm gonna just beat the crap out of them.
But bear in mind, he's a minotaur, and when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Correct.
We may have other nails we need to hit, so it might be a good idea to save that hammer until later. You don't want to be end up like Zeresh, right?
So I have a beef with you.
Well, we can put that on a different butcher block for later. Let's handle the problem at hand. So, DM, I'd like to. So, I guess since Scout is going easterly, we should probably go follow you, and that way we'll go east around the camp. So Pesci is pantomiming, they're ahead of us. Let's go around to the east, following Scout quietly. And I indicate to the Minotaur and to Ryan to get ready to cover us in case they see us. Because we may need to go through them anyway, so kind of wish that I had Pass Without Trace. That would be awesome right now. Okay, DM, I want to roll for stealth to be quiet and hidden.
Yes.
And that is, I can't do a minor illusion at this time, correct?
Why is that? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
I want to distract them. So I want to make a noise of the similar animal moving around.
Right.
In the opposite direction we're going before I start moving.
Right. I'm just confused as to why you think you can't do that. I didn't hear anything that.
Oh, I was asking if I can or if I can't.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, yeah. You. I'm sorry. I must have misheard you then. Yeah, you absolutely can.
Okay. I do that, and then I move. Uh, I can't move further than this. So I move over into these bushes and quietly do this. And I get out a. I guess I pull out my quarterstaff, or rather, I pull out my short bow.
Okay. Bitey Slayer had a ready to action to follow you, so I'm gonna roll his stealth now. Oh, Bitey.
Oh, Bitey.
Can I spend inspiration for him since I'm being so useful?
I will allow you to spend your point of inspiration to, instead of casting your minor illusion to you know, do what you did, to instead mask Bitey Slayer. But the problem is that you are still going to have to put an illusion there. So what would you like to do? You don't have to do what I'm saying, by the way. You can just do what you did and just let him, be seen, or you can try to cover him up with some kind of illusion, but you got to think quick about what it is.
Well, he's in the bushes, right? So I'm gonna make the illusion of wind rustling through the bushes.
No, he's been spotted. You got to.
Oh, he's been spotted. Shoot. No, I'm gonna keep my original
Okay.
illusion.
Yep.
Noise somewhere else.
All right, Gorakul, what do you do?
You've been spotted.
Gorakul, sort of seeing Bitey Slayer sort of fumbling, decides to use some thaumaturgy to yes, it's thaumat. I not literal. I'm going to use my my turn to like walk over here, and let me see. I'm going to prepare my I'm going to prepare my thunder wave for when an orc starts charging forwards.
So you're just out in the open then?
No, I'm hiding.
Okay, roll your stealth. Okay, so you're not as hidden as Scout or Pesci, though not obviously spotted with orcs pointing at you like Bitey Slayer.
Indeed.
More and more orcs continue to come onto the scene, and now that Bitey Slayer has been pointed out, this one uses aggressive. To get to here, and then throws his javelin at Bitey Slayer.
Someone's gonna have to heal Bitey Slayer.
Huh?
No!
The javelin strikes Bitey Slayer. Although it says he's instantly dead, bear in mind that he's a 1 hit point kobold, so it's going to say that for any damage that's done, he's going to get his death saves.
No. Someone's gonna have to stabilize poor Bitty Slayer. Bitey Slayer.
Well, should I attack?
Oh, you gotta attack. We're done. We've been found out.
Okay.
We're in.
Um.
Shoot Orc 8.
So, how do I find out how far I am? Because I'm trying to figure out who to target.
Yeah, so if you control left click on anyone, then it'll give you a little line with a number, and that's how many feet you are from them.
That's too far for me, correct?
No, you can shoot. You can shoot 60, I think.
Well, you're in a bunch of trees.
Yes.
So, like, it's really hard to target through the trees.
Yeah, but I can climb. And
Ooh.
I mean, I don't know.
So you want to climb up and shoot from there? That would probably take a turn, though. That's the issue.
I don't know. So you're suggesting I move in the open and fire?
Well, let me be clear that as DM, I would never make a blatant tactical suggestion that would possibly lead to you, being targeted and all of that. What I am saying is, as DM, I must make it clear to you that if you try to shoot them from behind the trees, it is going to be more difficult. They are either going to have a form of cover, giving them either, either -2 or -5 to the attack roll, or just straight up disadvantage. So if you try to shoot them through the trees, it's going to be more difficult. If you step out into the open, you'll have a clear shot, but they'll also see you. It's for you to decide as the player what your character does.
So I can't be a sharpshooter.
Well, you can. It's just harder shot. But you do have lots of advantages. So I don't know. Maybe you. I mean, you could try to shoot from there, or you can try to go in front of Goracle and shoot from there. Those are probably your two best options.
Also, sharpshooter is a specific feat that does allow you to ignore cover. But you got to take it.
Gotta take it.
The feat.
Like you,
I can't.
Oh, so there's a feat that you have that you can take.
but you don't have it.
Correct.
So you want to move to there, and I guess.
I don't know. Is that a good place to move, guys?
I think you probably have to move one square over to avoid being obscured by the tree.
To
Is
the
that
right?
fair?
Like here?
Yeah, so you see how the line goes right through the tree there? And then now it's like just kind of kitty cornering it? That's perfect.
So now I can target and shoot?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're not close together, so I can't really use Rain of Claws,
No,
correct?
just shoot. Yeah, just right now, just shoot your.
Well,
normally.
the Thorns one, doesn't that deal extra damage to them anyway, though? I just wanted to make that clear, but I don't feel that it's necessary to do that, especially with them not being close together. But just for everybody's purposes, that Hail of Thorns does deal extra damage, even if it's just one target.
Yeah, it's just.
But what you are wanting to do, here's where I can, as a DM, tell you something, because there's absolutely no downside. If you mark him as your hunter's target, you get to deal extra damage, and there's absolutely no downside to it whatsoever.
Alright, so I have Hunter's Mark. How do I do that?
You just have him targeted, which you do, and then click on it, I believe. Let me double check. Yep, you just click on it.
Did I just did it? Do it? No.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have to target him and hit him, and then if you hit him, you click on that to deal the damage.
Oh, okay, so I
No, first click on that.
but I can't use it until I.
Yeah, no, it's you roll your attack. I'm sorry for any confusion that I caused. Just roll your attack.
I'm easy to confuse.
Yeah, and then now that you hit, here is where you would apply the damage, but you already have it on, so it's fine. And then just go ahead and roll the damage. And with that, Lucy, the Tabaxi Ranger, steps out from the shrubs, draws her sleek bow, pulling her feathered arrow back to her cheek. She carefully aims at the orc in the moonlight and shoots him right in his dangum eye, dropping him to the ground as he clutches at his face, screaming a curse in Orcish before breathing his last.
Somebody help Bitey.
Oh, we'll get there. Finish your turn.
Oh, I have to stop it.
Yep.
I always forget to do that.
And still more and more orcs come pouring out of the woods. This one, once again, uses aggressive. And targets Lucy with his javelin.
I'm dead.
No, you're not.
It's perfect timing.
No problem.
Lucy is wounded, but only from having to roll out of the way. Hit points are kind of a arbitrary approximation of like your overall ability to continue to fight. And so when you take a small amount of damage that isn't enough to take you out of the fight, it's not even necessarily that the javelin like struck you and pierced you or hit you at all. You could simply have rolled out of the way of it or brought your shield up. You don't have a shield, of course, but you know, as a approximation, you could have rolled out of the way or brought your shield up, and it managed to like bruise you or knock a little bit of wind out of you, take enough energy, etc., to where you lost those hit points. But that doesn't mean that you actually have a javelin sticking out of you. Another orc, another aggressive. And another javelin at Lucy.
Oh boy.
But she dived out of the way. Dove out of the way. Should be disadvantage, right?
And this one manages to cause your hunter's mark to expire, but that's okay because the one you had marked was already dead. You can switch it when your mark dies as a bonus action, but you'll just have to turn it back on.
Okay. Also, have you heard any of those stuff?
Heard what?
Relax, Gabriel. Don't worry about it. We're just concerned about our crosstalk here. It's all good.
The answer is no, I haven't heard anything. Gorakul, a javelin flies at you, and you're forced to get out of the way, but unfortunately, it strikes you, heavily damaging you, and you're bleeding a little.
I just start cursing in Draconic.
And that is when the biggest orc you guys have seen in your lives comes crashing out of the woods. Bright Roar. Oh, what?
This is what I was built for. I'm ready.
Bright Roar, you can understand as he starts barking orders. This is a heavily armored and armed orc champion that looks very, very dangerous.
Hey.
Gorakul gets hit with another javelin and goes down. He looks to be either extremely wounded or possibly dead.
Oracle.
Another orc, smaller than the big orc, but clearly different from the other orcs, wearing shamanic furs and carrying a staff adorned with tiny crystals, feathers, and skulls, comes out and begins to chant a spell at the rest of the orcs.
It sounds like we need to take out the shaman. This is out of character.
Okay.
And then it's just gonna cast Bless on 3 of the orcs. All right.
Okay. So what you're saying is. Hey.
That Bitey Slayer just jumps back up.
Bitey! Okay.
Bitey fine.
Bitey fine. That's what we love about Bitey.
Oh, Dad,
Yeah.
remember, you can use your horns.
Right. So here's what I know that Pesci's gonna want to run, but so DM, you're gonna have to help me with this because I'm still learning this character a little
Sure.
bit.
Yeah.
I have a Goring Rush,
Yes.
which basically gives me an extra action. So if theoretically I could go to here, right,
Yes.
with a Goring Rush, and I should be able to attack one of them and still have it, and then have a bonus action to attack the other. Is that realistic?
Yes. The bonus action is the gore, but either way it works out the same way. You are correct. You get 1 attack as a bonus action, and then you still get your attack. Of course, the one has to be your Goring Rush attack, but it's a good attack.
Right. So let's do the Goring Rush attack on Orc 2, and I don't know exactly how I do that. Where's the?
It
Where do I-
should be your gore. Your.
Hold on.
It's in
Oh.
actions.
Oh, hold on. It's not. He's right. So let me get this all taken care of. Immediately after you use your dash, you can use 1 melee action attack with your horns. Correct. Immediately after you hit a creature with a melee attack as part of the attack action, you can attempt to shove that creature with your horns using your reaction. That is something to keep in mind. And then horns. 1d6 plus strength. Okay. Sorry about this. Getting your horns added right now.
So, I imagine it's going to be quite surprising to see a Minotaur charging at them.
Yeah, I thought there was an. We'll see. Okay.
And then plus strength. Alright, so now we have the horns damage, but we also need to go ahead and make sure that we get hammering horns added for you. There we go. because that is going to allow you to shove them back if you want. I mean, you obviously don't have to or anything like that, but now you have the option and it's right there on your sheet.
So for the time being, I'm just going to gore number 2, and then I'm going to turn around and try to strike number 1 with my hand axe. All right?
Yes, sir.
You mean
So,
your great axe?
oh yeah, it's
Great axe.
super great. It's an amazing great axe. So first roll your attack though. Oh yeah. Now your damage. Ha! You strike the orc hard enough with your horns that instead of dying, he's just completely knocked unconscious as you basically headbutt him, and he stands there for a second all dazed as he sees little bulls dancing around him, and then he just drops to the ground.
He's got a stake in it.
We put a stake in it!
All right, so now I'm going to hit number 1 here with my great axe.
Well, you're going to try.
Try. No, I'm going to get him.
Ah, look at that. All right, so rushing in, the sight of the Minotaur, charging down at him, it freezes the first orc, number 2, in his tracks like a deer in the headlights as you just headbutt him and knock him into the dirt. And then you turn and strike orc number 1, who was so shocked and, awed by what you just did that he was unable to get away in time. You slice him with your axe. Although he is not dead or dying or anything like that, he is unable to take any reactions and has disadvantage on his attacks and any checks that he makes as the wound that you opened up pours out his black orc blood.
All right. Come on at me, guys. I'm ready for you. Let's go. Give me some backup.
Alright, Ryan is gonna first move over to Gorakul and do, let's see, how many points of lay on hands can I do? Where is lay on hands? There it is. I'll heal him for, I'll heal for 10. And then with the rest of his movement, he will continue charging to the orcs. How far can I go?
You moved 15?
Yeah, so then I guess I can go another 10, right?
Yep.
And then as he's doing that, he is gonna bonus action Shield of Faith on himself. If I can find there's Shield of Faith.
Oh, you're still targeting Gorakul.
It's a self.
Oh, it's a self one. Yep, you're right. Look at that.
I did try and target myself, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
And then with that, I think that'll be my turn.
Yep. Good turn. Shield of Faith is a
Oh, let me mark-
powerful spell.
Such a good spell. Let me mark off my lay on hands points.
Ah, yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Alright, orc number 10 is going to get aggressive and move over to Bright Roar and flank him and attack him.
Yeah. Good luck.
Missing, yeah.
Good luck with that.
You're so intimidating that as he comes up, you turn around and do that bull thing where you snort, but it's like cartoonish, where the little like puff of steam comes out of your nostril, and it's just enough to cow him into being unable to attack properly.
Well, it's bovine intervention. Because we have Gorkul. We need bovine intervention.
Aha! Aha! Aha!
Come on. Everybody's gonna miss me. Come on, come at me. Miss me. Come on.
Oh, you're setting up for a.
Yeah, see, come on, let's go.
You're setting up for an earth tremor.
Come on. None of you have the dice for this. None of you do. None of you have the dice for this today. I'll kill you all myself.
Apparently.
Flanking advantage. Come on. That's nothing.
Yeah, I know. Oh, hey!
Bullshit.
Literally.
I don't think he's shitting just yet.
No. All right. Come on, I cleared the decks for you guys. Let's go.
As
What's
much
your
as,
intent for all this? Other than just drawing all the fire?
as much as Scout did not want to do this, he's kind of forced to now that one of his party members is surrounded.
Pesci pantomimes pointing at the shaman.
Yes, Sal, go after that guy. Take that guy down.
It's like in the middle of combat, though. Like, you wouldn't be able to just communicate with him through pantomime like that.
I mean, he's pointing at the shaman.
You can point at the shaman, but it's up to Scout.
The scout to see whether or not he looks at me.
Yeah.
Scout ain't paying attention to you. He's too busy watching a bull get surrounded and taking all the fighting glory away.
Who does this new cow think he is?
Trying to steal Zaresh's thunder. Alright, we're gonna do this for that. Nope. That is not what I wanted to do.
Justice fucking Larry. You wanna go up?
That's what I wanted to do.
No one's gonna be out there with you. You're gonna be lonely out there. 30 seconds. Okay.
Takes care of that one.
Yeah, you just stab the orc and down he goes as you lift your rapier up into his chest and slide it out effortlessly.
Oh, and he takes on another. I don't know why I had advantage on it, but I'm down for it.
Because he probably was already having something happen to him.
Probably. But it doesn't matter. They're both dying.
Yeah, as you critically wound him, he actually was supposed to take an extra 7 damage on top of that. So, dying or whatever, he's probably dead. You stab the one, sliding your rapier in and out effortlessly, and then turn and slash the other one as he turns to look at you across the throat. His mouth gapes open as he just silently stares at you in shock as he bleeds out.
Okay.
Pesci by the community.
Let's see. Okay. Do you guys have these mooks on lockdown here? I see. Okay. Pesci is still stealthed. Bitey Slayer is doing okay. Pesci will reposition himself a little bit. Do I have a clear shot of the shaman from this location, DM?
No.
Where do I need to be to get a clear shot, but still be stealthed and hidden?
At least up in the next set of bushes, but even then I wouldn't be able to tell for sure, like the complete next image of bushes, not right where you are. If you step out, you can have a clear shot but not be hidden. If you stay where you are, you can be hidden, but it'll be partial cover.
Okay. So you're saying like here? There. Okay. Do I actually have the range for that? Yeah, I think I have the range for that. How's this location?
Right here is good.
Okay. And I'm still hidden, correct?
Well, you have to roll your stealth, but
Okay, let me roll my stealth.
it's possible to be hidden.
Well, I mean, Bright War is making a whole lot of noise, and so is the other dude. So okay, Pesci is going to
there's
ready.
a whole rodeo going on over there. So
Yeah, Pesci is going to ready an action to shoot the shaman the moment he starts casting another spell.
okay.
So I will act as the spell blocker for you guys.
Trace Buster. Gorakul, you are prone on the ground.
And Gorakul tries standing up with the jar still on me. And I sort of like,
Oh, that's a good point. I forgot the jar was on you. I should roll to see if anything happens to it when you fall down. It's fine.
good. So Gorakul, seeing that a bunch of orcs are all together, grouped up together, sort of like angrily walks up to them and says, "You think you're all right? Who the hell stabbed me with a
Javelin.
with a javelin?"
DM, can I like point over to the orcs?
Yeah.
I gesture.
What?
I like point over at the orcs because they're the ones who stabbed you with the javelin.
Gorakul, sort of just silently angry, causes an earth tremor.
The ground begins to shake as Gorakul's voice goes into that like Gandalf casting a spell in Frodo Bilbo's living room, you know. You're targeting
Why
yourself.
is it? Restart that.
No, you don't need to restart it. You did everything else fine. I just had to give you your 4 hit points back. Oh, you didn't target the other one. That's not good. All right, so stop. Yeah, you gotta make sure you got your targets right before you roll. Let me fix this orc. All right. Now, do your targets.
That's 5 and 4.
That's it? That's all you get?
It's 10 feet. So.
Right. So here's how this would go then. You're using Earth Tremor, and you cause a tremor in the ground within range. Each creature other than you in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. So everybody within 10 feet. That would be... Oh, are you moving? You're moving right there? Okay. So that would be all of these. And that is all 3 of them.
Yep. I'm a rolling.
Perfect. You stomp the ground and it shakes and your voice, becomes all as you cast your spell. The one orc is knocked prone and takes 4 damage. But it looks like the rest saved. It still looked really cool, but they just had an extraordinarily good balance for some reason.
I say target the big bad ugly guy. We have
Main
to start backing
council
out.
to go after the
Orc blade of being
orc blade. Is there some DM? Is there something I can do where I shoot and then hide?
That is a ability of a rogue to be able to hide as a bonus action, so no.
So future bonuses I want to get, right?
Did you have a clear shot at the
I don't. I'd have to move.
orc blade? No?
No.
No, because there's a tree.
That's fine. Just shoot something in front of you. Just shoot something.
Orc number 5.
Orc number 10 is the closest.
Yeah?
Orc number 5. Orc.
What's number 5?
He wants to get the one off of Gorkle's back.
I don't have a clear shot of him either. Guys, I have a clear shot of 10,
Take out 10. Go for it.
6,
Oh, wait.
and
Actually,
1.
do you have... Well, okay, so one's coming up 1. You have a clear shot at 1?
Yes.
Take out 1. Because he's the next...
So is number 5.
Yeah, but,
One has cover from your ally.
From me, basically.
Oh, okay. So 10 is the only one I can hit.
It's hit. Go for it. Hit 10.
You can't hit number 1?
You can target it, but it's going to be at -2 due to your ally being in the way.
What about number 5?
Number 5, there's a tree in the way.
Can I hit number?
Number 10 you can hit because Ryan's so short you can aim right over him.
Doesn't work that way.
No, did we get... what do you mean you don't have a lot of ammo?
I only have 4 slots left. I think.
No, that's how many you've used. You have 16 arrows
That's
left.
not- Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, shoot
All right.
Go
So
for it.
hold on. Come on.
Yeah, Bright Roar's just so big that shooting around him is more difficult. Oh! Even though your arrow was not quite enough to kill the orc, the wound is so great that he goes into system shock and is knocked unconscious to the ground anyway.
Right, now we're back to the running of the bulls. Let's see what they do to me.
Well, hopefully we get to take home, some steaks, but we'll see.
I don't think so.
I am going to scoot over to here for some advantage.
Can I get an attack of opportunity then?
Nope, because I never left your range. I just.
But he left scouts.
Oh, I did leave scouts.
Did leave scouts.
Oh, you.
Never mind, I'll stop here.
You fudged up now.
But does he know scouts there?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
he's stealth.
No, scout's not stealth.
I lost my
Oh, I
stealth
thought
when I
you-
came in and dropped 2.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, and because to do my 2 attacks, that's a bonus action. That's why I can't use stealth again.
Wow. That's crazy. I forgot this was the orc who already had disadvantage and he managed to get a crit out of that. You are heavily wounded as the orc comes down and strikes you back for the wound that you left him. He doesn't manage to do any real damage to you. You're not missing a chunk or anything like that, but you are bleeding from the axe making contact. Orc number 5 is just going to attack Gorakul. No need to get fancy here.
Uh-oh.
That's problematic.
I guess it's time for me to make up for all of my bad rolls, because I just got another critical hit. So, Gorakul, the orc spins around you, raising his great axe. He manages to get you going one way before he spins back around the other, chopping you down. You're once again dying. Oh, and I forgot to apply exhausted to you from before.
Ow.
Scout hasn't even been touched yet. We're good. But here comes the Orc Blade of Inaval, whatever the hell he is.
I am your doom.
Oh yeah, come on, bring it on.
I gotta decide who I want to kill here. Let's roll for it. I'm gonna charge either the Minotaur or Scout. And so above 50 we'll go with Scout, below 50 we'll go with Minotaur.
Charge me! I want you to charge me! Come on!
I want to charge you, but
Come on!
I try to be impartial, so.
Sure.
Alright, Scout it is.
Oh, what do you mean? I was above 50.
I thought I said Scout was above 50.
No, I was above 50.
You know what? You want it so bad, fine. Take it. You take it.
You are a madman.
Wow. Wow. Just wow.
You call out the orc. I'd like to think that this is in character. That Bright Roar is just,
Yes!
completely calling out this orc blade who is just like, all right, it's on. Here we go. And he comes charging in. He doesn't get advantage, but I am going to attack you nonetheless.
Bullshit.
Oh.
No, 19.
Oh.
I chop the Minotaur down easily, just using my longsword like a sewing needle, coming in and out, crocheting him into a fine quilt of unconsciousness.
So now I am on the ground, nothing but a heap of ground beef.
Ground beef.
Ground beef.
All right. And the orc number 12 is going to come around and attack Ryan. Ryan, you are wounded, and your shield of faith falls off of you as the glancing blow, deflects off of your shield that glows, but it falters and goes away then afterwards. And then Pesci, your trigger happens.
Awesome. There is okay. I'm going to use a point of inspiration because I really don't want this shaman to do anything to us, and I'm going to roll with advantage. Oh, I forgot to target him. Shit.
I'll let you know.
Ugh, darn. That was
Does the
lame.
16 hit?
I'm not hearing anything from the DM.
I'm allowing your first roll to count.
Oh, okay. You got cut off. That's why I wasn't sure. So
I'm so sorry. I just thought you didn't hear me then. Your first attack is going to account because I didn't want that to happen.
Okay. Thank you. Let's see if I actually do any damage to him. I did 4. Yeah, I figured as much.
Yep. So my concentration is good, and
Yeah.
I cast. I'm actually going to change my target then and cast spiritual weapon at you.
Actually, did I have advantage because I was hidden?
You did.
So did I even need to use that point of inspiration?
No.
Okay, I'll put it back on my sheet.
Actually, can you use it now to avoid the effects of whatever's about to hit you?
I can use it for my saving roll.
Yeah. An axe made of force appears in the air before you and tries to chop at you. Oh yeah, get out of here. That's nothing doing right there. So you easily avoid the axe, and the shaman just kind of moves behind this tree.
Yeah,
All
unfortunately, the bard is not as good as a mage stopper as a arcane trickster.
So here is where I need to ask the group, because I did get the message that we needed a hard stop at 2, which is in 10 minutes. It's 12. It's not going to be possible to really get through the entire round, I would think, in that time. But if we go really fast, we can try. Do we want to stop here at the top of the round or try to get through one more?
Let's try to get through one more. Let's try to get through.
Okay,
one more round.
real quick. Here we go. Bitey. Bitey rushes up. No hurt friends. Bright Roar succeeds on his first death save. Ryan.
Okay. Ryan is gonna go for the orc who's now in front of him with his rapier. Not doing anything fancy. Why did that roll 3 dice?
Because it's rolling for your critical effect. You have a forceful blow. In addition to the standard critical hit damage, your target is dazed.
The issue is, hold on.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You unfortunately you targeted Goracle with that. You have to take that off.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
That was Gork. Oh.
I'm having
Can you at
trouble
least move the
targeting.
days to
Well, you didn't need to.
No, he didn't critical the other guy. So.
I'm sorry.
Oh wait, it's because I have to untarget Goracle. That's it.
Yep. And now you can just deal the damage to the orc.
Oh wait, that was to hit. Shoot. No. So then, should that be doubled, or should I just roll another die?
No, you didn't critically hit the orc. You critically hit Gorakul.
I get it. And that's my turn.
Oh, don't forget to end your turn. There you go. Oh, it might have been lagging. Sorry.
No, I forgot, and then as you were saying it, I remembered.
Yep. All right, I stand up from prone. That's half my movement. Nobody's around me. Go help defeat Scout.
He moves through Bitey Slayer's.
No, I'm moving around the other way.
Okay.
I have aggressive. I can go up and around.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I'm just grabbing them and dragging them to where they go to make it quicker. But yeah, he moved
Gotcha.
all the way around the hard way.
Scout fully disagrees with their tactical moves. They need to be untactical.
It's because they have the Sword of Illivan with them. Oh, what the heck, Scout? Now you're taking on Bright Roar's invincibility?
I'm okay with that. I'm not the meat shield that he is.
Yeah, but I'm rolling with advantage against you guys, and I was still missing.
Once again, I'm okay with this. Bright Roar took all the nat 20s already.
And Gargoyle.
Yeah. Oh, the min damage. A little bit of your composite plating gets nicked as he scratches you with his great axe.
Oh, this changed rapidly. Alright. Let's do some damage.
I like that was the one who hit you. You're like, and now you die.
Add that. There we go.
Oh, wait. Why are you getting sneak attack?
Oh, that's right. I don't anymore because Bright Roar's down.
Yes.
Well, isn't Bitey Slayer adjacent to him as well?
Not 6.
Did you take that effect off?
I did, sir.
Okay.
Wait, don't you?
There we go.
Scout ain't worried.
Okay.
So he doesn't.
Slightly.
So he doesn't get to like stab him in the heart this time. Big deal. Yeah.
I'm slightly worried.
Yeah, okay, some worries.
He's a little bit scared of what's going to happen. Alright, well, I can't flood. I can't do anything. They've got me on either side. Alright.
All right. Garcool, you're still okay.
He's unconscious right now.
Yeah, I target Garcool, and I'm going to use Healing Word. Of course. Pesci
At
says,
least he's up, you know.
Pesci says, now is not the time for a short nap, Garcool. And then let's see, what else can he do? He will Vicious Mockery, the Orc Champion.
No, 19.
And he saves. Okay, awesome. I can't step away because of this axe and everything, so...
Your words mean nothing, little gnome.
Pesci stutters as he tries to think of something to insult him with and just, like, stumbles and mumbles. You are very big.
And
You're
your
a
hair-
big orc.
And your hair
Your
smells
hair is
like
epic.
cinnamon.
And your hair is very well done, actually. Who's your barber?
Oh, same guy who do piercings.
Gorakul sort of like sees the orc next to him and says, "This was a bad idea," and turns into his starry form of a dragon, and grows gigantic wings and flies over to where Lucy is.
Okay, now remember you had to spend half of your movement to stand up. So you can only move 15 feet now.
Okay, so over here.
That'll work.
Okay, so Gorakul, seeing that he's wee bit woozy, decides that he's going to do some okay.
I don't know what that is.
I'm trying to think.
You're trying to heal yourself.
I know, I was just messing with you a little.
I want to heal myself, but that would be selfish.
No,
You're a healer. Keeping yourself up is very important.
Gorakul, sort of pressing himself to the major wounds that he has, shields himself with the powers of the stars.
The dragon form glows with starlight as Gorakul's wounds close.
Okay, so with Lucy, if she moves
Can I
up,
go over to the right
have a clear shot at
and
the
have
big
a
bad
clear
guy.
shot?
Yes.
So now we're gonna go Hail of Thorns and everything else that you got at this guy. So go.
And I won't injure anybody I don't want to injure around me, correct?
If you use Hail of Thorns, it will hit Bright Roar.
But Bright Roar is already down.
It could still kill him?
It could kill him, yes.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I
No,
don't-
you're gonna do it anyway. Go.
No, I'm not gonna kill you.
You're not gonna kill me. It's gonna be fine. I'll be fine.
No,
you gotta
no.
kill this guy.
Dad!
He's going all Drax. I can take it. No, he can't take it. It's up to you guys. I mean, Lucy,
You still have Hunter's Mark?
your character doesn't know the bull so well. So if you want to say that you're okay with a little bit of collateral damage, him taking some thorns in order to hit orc number 1 and deal more damage to the Blade of Illivin, you can. However, if your character is someone who would not want to risk harming her allies at all, even a new one, then I
That would
wouldn't.
be me. That would be me all the way.
You're wusses.
So, can I use my point of is it helpful to use my point? I don't really understand.
You can use your point of inspiration to get advantage, and also as I think it was Pesci was trying to say, you still have your hunter's mark that you can use as a bonus action to declare the orc blade of Ilneville as your target.
Okay. So, all of that
Yes.
is my point of inspiration, and then I get the hunter's mark after. Hopefully, I hit
So
it.
yeah, so you're using your hunter's mark, you're using your point of inspiration. Hazard, if you want to help her make sure that she checks off her point of inspiration and marks the advantage to roll, and then go ahead and attack. Oh, somehow the orc blade of Ilneville gets his sword up to deflect your arrow as it comes in. Unfortunately, that means that there's no damage.
Honestly, my points of inspiration have always been useless.
That's crazy that it rolled two
If you use
twos.
the Hail of Thorns, you would've
No! No! Dad,
been- All right,
stop!
your turn.
You can't handle it!
Yeah, I can handle it.
It's not a saving.
He's just trying to be a martyr. No big deal.
Oh, I don't even need my advantage, but I'll roll it anyway to see if I crit. Oh, no, 19. Oh, the max damage. Scout, you are heavily wounded as your acid damage composite plating, a whole like chunk of your shoulder armor gets ripped off by the orc's massive great axe. Hey, stop getting back up.
He flew, not.
Oh, you're up in the air?
Yes.
Ah, my bad. Okay.
Yes, I was.
Then I will attack Sir Rayun. Another max damage. The halfling paladin is heavily damaged as the orc circles around behind him, smashing him with his axe. Ooh. Alright. The blade of Ilneville is going to step forward and
Well, guys, this started out well, but I don't know.
and order all of his orcs to make one melee attack against everyone. So that means orc number 4 attacks Scout. Hey! Orc number 1 attacks Scout. No, 19. Scout drops as the orc hits him. Oops, I didn't mean to skip that turn. And then orc number 5 attacks Rayun again.
We're not all dead.
We're about to be.
Not dead.
And then
Just mostly dead.
And then orc number 12 attacks Rayun.
What's happened with you?
And then orc number 12 takes his turn.
But he already did take his turn.
No, he didn't. Now it's his
He
turn.
just-
The Orc Blade of Ilneville just had his turn where he gave everybody an attack. Now it's Orc Blade number 12's turn, who misses. Now the Orc Eye of Groomsh is going to use the spiritual weapon to attack Pesci.
Oh.
And then use command or bless. Oh no. I can't use bless. Dang.
Yeah.
Well, I can. I'd have to step forward, and I don't want to do that. So, yeah, I guess that will be my turn, and that will end the round, and that is where we draw to a close for this session of Dragons of War. What will happen to our heroes next time? We will have to wait and see. I want to thank you guys for playing. I want to thank anyone who's watching. And as always, everyone, good gaming.
Good gaming.